I'm Tyrone, and you now tuning into the Hill Stevens podcast. Because if you ain't tuning in, I'm fucking your girl, long dick style, and that's non-negotiable.
Well. Good morning to all of you dorks out there. Good morning to you. Yes, it is 10:32 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's getting warm outside. Holy fuck. It's nice outside finally. Spring is in the air. It's feeling nice out. People are actually in shorts. The white tees, if you will. I think people need to slow it down a little bit. Slow it down a little bit. I get it. It's nice out right now. You want to do things, what have you, but remember, guys, we're still in this pandemic. It looks like we're getting the light at the end of the tunnel, so it seems, right? But again, take one step at a time. Watch tomorrow. It's snow again. I'm just fucking saying. I don't fucking know, but who really knows, right? Anyway. I'm up early. Well, I'm not really. Yeah, I'm up early. Been up since fucking 3:30 a.m. Had a little work. Came back. It's a busy week, like I mentioned. It's gonna be a busy fucking week. Okay, it is the most important week of the year if you're a wrestling fan. Obviously, you got Double D TV in the comments. Shout outs to him. One hell of an intro to start things off. Thank you. I appreciate that. All that right there, by the way, Dave Sack. He's responsible for all the fucking intros and cameos and all that stuff, which, yeah, there's that also. Anyway, like I mentioned, it's a busy week. I've been up early. I've been up since fucking 3:30 a.m. I did say that these reviews were going to be up a little late, and they are, and that's totally fine, okay? I did say yesterday on Twitter, if you follow me on Twitter, @HeelSteven, use that hashtag Dorkmania throughout this WrestleMania week, that I was going to miss the first hour of night one. Which, by the way, yeah, in case you guys are wondering, this is your NXT Takeover Stand and Deliver Night 1 review. Because, yeah, today is night 2, in case you were wondering. And boy, oh boy, for NXT's final night on Wednesday on the USA Network, because again, in case you guys don't know, they are moving to Tuesday next week. They literally stood and fucking delivered. You know, it's crazy to think, right? If you would have asked me, like last week, hey, yo, what do I think is going to be the better night out of night 1 and night 2, right? I easily would have told you. I think myself, Mike, Chase, anyone that you ask would have told you night 2, bro, is going to steal everything. Watch, bro. At night 2, you're going to have Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly. You're going to have Cross and Balor. You're going to have all these matches, the ladder match. You already know night 2 is going to fucking just kill it. And I think they will. I think tonight they are going to kill. They're going to try to, right? But I thought night 1, right, overall, fucking was a home run. It was a complete fucking home run. That's the thing, too, with these takeover shows. That is what you are expecting. Granted, let's be honest here. The pandemic did not do NXT any favor. Granted, not just NXT, the entire WWE brand, all the other promotions as well, not just, you know. Yes, I also know last night was Dynamite. I didn't get to watch it. I was watching NXT. Listen, you make an exception. All right? For the last couple of weeks, I was watching both NXT and AEW, right? On my television and on my computer. I'm happy that this whole fucking war is over with. It's done. I don't got to do this bullshit anymore. Or any of you fucking idiots out there, you don't got to do the fucking bullshit no more of having to watch 2 screens at the same time. I still don't know how people did it. And then went on to do the reviews and all that stuff. Bless your hearts. Really, really do. Bless it. But anyway. I watched last night, well, the second hour, and I watched the rest on Peacock. Let me just say this. I love Peacock. I love the service thus far of what of WWE. Here's the thing. So, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that's going to say this. If you watch TakeOver last night through Peacock, right? you would notice that there was no commercial breaks at all. Like if you watch on the USA Network, you would get the split screen or the commercial break, right? On Peacock, it was going straight through. Like the audio, the commentary would stop for 3 seconds and then it would continue as if they were never off the air. And I get why. You know what I mean? But I am liking the service thus far. I will tell you that right now. But tonight, night 2 is on Peacock. Completely on Peacock. So I hope all of you got your Peacock account ready to go and all that fun stuff. But I thought, again, hey, being repetitive with this shit, night 1 killed it, in my opinion. Just fucking delivered. Listen, I would be shocked if I find out tonight or later today through Brian Alvarez and Dork Meltzer or whatever the fuck it may be, right? Or you kind of get the idea, right? I'll be shocked if AEW won in the ratings. That would literally shock the hell out of me. No cap. If I find out that AEW won in the fucking ratings, M&W Network writes here, Dynamite was fire. Legit gonna be multi-tab week. So much pro wrestling this week. It's dope. Just don't feel forced to watch everything. That's the thing too. That's another, and you hit the nail on the head right there. MWN Network, all right? SPW 2K. You hit the nail on the head right there, bro. Again, I get it. It's a big weekend. It's a big week in wrestling. I know every show is pumping out content, pumping out shows, right? Don't try to force yourself to watch everything at once. Relax. Enjoy yourself. There's enough plates for everybody, if you get what I'm saying. But anyway, back to TakeOver real quick. I want to get into this. I thought, again, this show for a night 1, for a show that I really thought wasn't going to be that much of a big deal, I thought, okay, everything's on night 2. They killed it last night. They really, 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 really did. I even love the new setup of the CWC, the fucking Capital Wrestling Center, right? Or the Capital Wrestling Coliseum, or Asylum Monster calls it the COVID Coliseum, right? Again, they did some adjustments to the venue. I know it's the Performance Center, right? But damn, I don't know about you guys, but I saw something that's good to see. They had more people in the building as far as an audience is concerned. And I thought that was pretty cool because, again, it's TakeOver. And again, listen, I'm pretty sure a lot of those people are traveling to Florida. They're in Florida for WrestleMania. So fuck it. You know what? It is what it is. We're going to just put everything, get these people in the building. I'm sure, hey, obviously, if you saw, they did have their masks on. There was a section in the audience where there wasn't this fence, plexiglass, right? Again, you try to get people accustomed to things again. I do believe, again, people that are down there right now, a lot of them have been vaccinated. A lot of them have been wearing masks, what have you. But so there's that too. We got NXT. Let me see. What are you right? We got NXT AEW Impact returns to Thursdays today. NJP USA, somewhere in between ROH, NWA. Then the Indies is on fire. Take this in. GCW with a fucking outlaw mud show bullshit. I'm kidding. Listen, I said my piece a couple of weeks ago, and I'm not gonna try to repeat this again. To me, this is just my opinion, okay? And I get it. Things are opening up again. Things are getting back to normal, and that's awesome. But I personally feel, again, if you are an indie show, or hell, even fucking WrestleCon, I really would have not ran a show this year. I literally would have let WWE run the show, let them get through it, let them have the audience, and then next year is just balls to the wall, basically. That's just my opinion. IWT presents Family Reunion, Part 1 and Part 2. AIW Go for Broke, the life of a very good professional wrestler. God, this just sounds so outlaw show titles. Holy crap. Anyway, back to this takeover though. I know I'm stalling here. It is what it is. I did not get to watch the fucking the pre-match that was on I guess on YouTube and on the kickoff show between Zoe Starks and Toni Storm. I didn't watch it. I was at work while the show was happening. I missed the first hour of Takeover. Let's put it that way, okay? So obviously I missed the kickoff show. I did hear that Zoe Stark got the win. That shocks me in a way. But then again, I'm not surprised, really. I'm really not surprised that she won. It's not like I'm sitting here like, oh my God, I get what they're trying to do. Zoe Stark is someone they're trying to push for somewhere down the road. She is going to be a contender. I'm calling it right now. By the time we end the year, she will be a contender in that women's division. They're making it seem like that, if you will. And hey, she's blonde too, so you already know Vince is like, ha pal. Oh my God, look at these shows. ICW, No Holds Bar, Then and Now, Paradigm, No Peace, Hell showed yesterday. Red Beard of the Wyatt family debuted back to the Indies. It's insane. The Indies coming together as a collective. It really, really is. Again, good for them. I just would have not ran a show Mania weekend this year. I just would not done it. I just would wait till next year. But it is what it is. It's Florida, a state where no fucks are given, so it is what it is. But I missed the kickoff match. We get to the main thing, right? We kick things off with Mary Strauss and her guitar playing the national anthem. That was great. I like the whole scenario again. People standing around. That was pretty good. We get the main match on the show. We kick things off with Pete Dunne. I just sneezed. Vince McMahon is pissed at me now. Zoe Stark, it will most def take out Gonzalez. The planning of the season already. Maybe we'll see. But we kick things off with Pete Dunne versus Kushida. It literally, listen, I thought overall their match wasn't bad. Yes, Pete Dunne has a new theme song. They tweaked it. I don't know why. I have no clue why. They should have just kept it how it was. No cap. I even have it on my Spotify. When I'm in the gym, I'll play his theme song, bro. I don't know what it is, but yeah, fun little fact. When I'm in the gym, I usually work out blasting wrestling theme songs. For whatever reason, I just do. I just do. Fun little fact. But anyway, they did. Yes, he does have a new theme song. They tweaked it a little bit. I'm not a fan of it, but whatever. The match itself, listen, I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys this was a fucking barn burner. This wasn't the fucking match of the weekend. No, by no means at all. I personally feel, hey, if this was on an indie show right now, holy shit. During WrestleMania weekend when the world was normal at one time, holy shit, people would have lost their fucking minds. Oh my God, this is the match of WrestleMania weekend right here. Because that's what it's supposed to feel like. With a match between Kushida and Pete Dunne. If you know what these two guys can do, just if you give them time, they can go out there and kill it. And I do feel, again, I'm not saying their match was bad. I'm not saying that. I think, again, this match was a good match to open a show, just not a takeover WrestleMania weekend. I do believe, again, someone like Pete Dunne, someone like Kushida, we all know what they can do. And I know I said that earlier, but I'm going to say it again. We know what they can do, right? If you give them time and further this storyline, I guarantee you in the rematch, what have you, down the road, and again, given time, or maybe in a different spot on the card, because I definitely would not have these guys open the show. That's just my little critique on the show. Everything else is like praise, but you kind of get where I'm going with this. I feel like those two guys will kill it, in my humble opinion. Um, Silver Surfer, word, I do that too. Awesome. And get to know I'm not the only one. Would you take a chop from Walter for 30K? I honestly thought Ciampa was gonna be back on the injury list with the combo of chops, neck bumps by Walter. We'll get into it just a little bit too, because those two guys killed it. Walter and Ciampa fucking killed it. This, in my opinion, right now is the match of the week in wrestling, which we'll get into in just a little bit. Okay, from there. So yes, Pete Dunne got the win. He was working on Kushida's arm throughout the match. There's a moment in the match where I guess Kushida was trying to throw a punch and he couldn't because his hand hurted, right? His hand hurted. And Pete Dunne capitalized, cracked the fingers. I think he hit the bitter end for the 1-2-3. And with that, Pete Dunne got the win. I'm reading the comments here again. Here, Kushida is so lost in the water in WWE. I fear they make him Tosawa like most Def should be teaming with Alex Shelley stateside. Here's the thing with that, okay? And I agree, yes, lost in the water, but at the same time, it's a lot of talent that we can sit there and say that about right now. And the reality, this is the problem. When you have so much, when you try to sign so many talents left and right, just for the fuck of just signing them, it gets to a point like, okay, now what do I do with these people? It sucks. Listen, they got all these talent that are so amazing. We know what they can do. And because of this pandemic, they're not doing house shows in the local Florida region where these talents can go out there and wrestle and get a reaction, what have you. We're not getting that. So they're stuck working out at the PC. They're stuck, I guess, doing promo classes, what have you. And that's just the way that it is. So we're not seeing that many talent coming in left and right. Again, I do believe, Kushida, great talent. Don't get me wrong. Yes, him in New Japan, he was a fucking Tanahashi of the fucking junior heavyweight division, right? But it's just the way the ball goes. I don't think he'll be a Tosawa number 2, more like Taka Michinoku, but it is what it is. From there, we go on to the next match on the show. We had if I'm not mistaken here, right? We had the North American Gauntlet Eliminator, right? For the North American title opportunity, you had Leon Ruff, or the fuck his name is. Starting off with Isaiah Swerve Scott. They were both number 1 and 2. Somewhere in this match, I don't know what the fuck happened. Ruff was coming out, but he got tossed by Isaiah Swerve Scott. They're still going at it, and there was that too. One more thing I want to say about the Pete Dunne and Kushida match. I didn't say this earlier. I personally would have not had this on the Takeover card. I would have saved this for another date. But back to this title eliminator match, right? This gauntlet, right, for the title eliminator for the North American title. I thought this was very good. I was wrong in my prediction. Let's get that right out of the gate. It is not Loomis season, but we started off with Leon Ruff and Isaiah Swerve Scott. They were going at it. After this, I do believe the next person to come out was, if I'm not mistaken, Cameron Grimes. And he joins the match and he's throwing money to Isaiah Swerve Scott to take out Leon Ruff, basically, right? And all that fun stuff. And they're going at it back and forth. After this, Dexter Loomis comes out. And what do you know? Isaiah Swerve Scott quickly eliminates Leon Ruff, which was fine. It was fine. Okay. All right, homie. I gotta get to work. I gotta get back to work before my supervisor catches me. I'll go live with At night, mother flower. Hey, man, listen, it's a busy week, bro, but I got you. Your cousin Walter faced Ciampa. Man, I'm telling you, man. Walter, he's doing double duty. I'm telling you. But where was I here? So Luma's in the ring. And here's the thing about it. I think everyone thought in their mother that Luma was going to win. I think if you would have asked anyone prior to this show even happening, who's going to win? They're going to tell you Dexter Lumis. And boy, were we wrong. After this, out came LA Knight. Oh, my bad. After this, my bad. I take that back. Bronson Reed came out. Bronson Reed comes out. And then after that, it's LA Knight. And what do you know? What do you know? There's a moment where Lumis has this, like, his finisher, right? That arm triangle choke, right? Onto Cameron Grimes. And Cameron passes out. Well, not, he doesn't pass. He like he's going to go pass out, right? But LA Knight counters it with a pin while Lumis still has a submission hold locked in. So he can't even let go of the hold. And like that, Lumis gets eliminated. And then the next thing you know, they triple team LA Knight. Isaiah Swerve Scott, Cameron Grimes, and Bronson Reed, they triple team LA Knight. And what do you know? They eliminate LA Knight, which shocked me. Like, wow, really? But it was what it was. It came down to the final three. You had Isaiah Swerve Scott, Cameron Grimes, and what do you know, Bronson Reed. And again, it's one of those things where all of them did their thing. I'm not gonna say like, oh, nothing here was bad, because everything here was good. Okay. Eventually it came down to Bronson Reed and Isaiah Swerve Scott. It came down to them to both of them going at it. Scott went for what was it called here? Scott went for a 450 splash, right? And Reed kicked out. Reed hit multiple power bomb before finishing off Isaiah Swerve Scott with the tsunami, which is basically his body's fucking dive, right? The body splash that he does, right? The fucking dive off the top rope. I'm sorry. Okay. And that was the match. And listen, I think, again, someone like Bronson Reed, I like Bronson Reed. I'm a fan of his. And I do think someone like him, who has been really under the radar, I think, of everyone, I'm happy he's getting this opportunity. Thick boy season, motherfuckers. Is thick boy season. I'm just saying. That being said, Bronson Reed gets to win. He now goes on to night 2 to challenge Johnny Gargano, which is tonight, for the North American Championship. I'll go one step further. I do think tonight we do see the title change, just so LA Knight gets the belt eventually. That's what I think will happen. But overall, though, I do think this was a very fun match. But I do think at the end of the day, the right person won at the end. It shocked me, but hey, let's see where this goes. Let's see where the fuck this goes. From there, we get the match of the fucking night. The match of the fucking night. The match of right now of WrestleMania week. I don't want to hear nothing about the fucking Joey Janela spring break. I don't know what the fuck they did in Dynamite. What they're going to do tonight on Impact. Right now, the match of WrestleMania week is Walter versus Tommaso Ciampa for the NXT United Kingdom Championship. Walter back finally on U.S. soil, going at it here. And I got to tell you, holy shit, these two guys went out there to beat the holy fuck out of each other. They literally went out there, beat the holy fuck out of each other. And I'm like, wow. And again, it's one of those things where when you hear about a match being announced, right? Like, oh my God, it's gonna be so fucking amazing. And then you're counting it down, right? It's like, I'll give you this example. I remember WrestleMania 32 weekend in Dallas. I went with Connor, OK Fabe, and Matt from In the Rope Show. And we were hyped for TakeOver because they announced Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sami Zayn. It was Sami Zayn's final night in NXT, right? His final night in NXT, right? So they gave him Shinsuke Nakamura, who we all knew at the time was killing it in Japan, right? This New Japan, former IWGP Intercontinental Champion, World Champion, all this stuff, right? The King of Strong Style. I remember that weekend people were doing the whole cosplay of Nakamura. And leading up to that, to the trip, leading up to that event, everything, the one match we're talking about, even people that were watching from home, what have you, they were talking about Nakamura and Sami Zayn. And then the match happened, and it lived up to every single expectation. What is up, Chase? What is up? The StreamYard Messiah himself. Good morning, Chase. Good fucking morning to you. And then we have here Walter and Ciampa. And it fucking was amazing. Yes, these two guys beat the fuck out of each other. They literally chopped the hell out of each other here. To the point where the finish was a chop, which I would not gone with, but that's Walter's style. So I expect that from Walter. Walter, with a chop, broke part of the announcer's table. Let that shit sink in for a bit. The moment you remember when Shinsuke turning babyface, yet nothing else came of it, and he's not even on the WrestleMania card. What are you talking about? He's on the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal on the SmackDown edition of the WrestleMania edition of SmackDown. What are you on about, buddy? What are you on about? What are you on about? Shoo. Anyway. There's a moment in this match, and again, obviously, yeah, I did mention the table spot. Throughout the match, Ciampa was working on Walter's hand. Because the idea was, he can't chop him, right? He can't even chop him. And there's the German suplexes, just back and forth. There's a moment in the match where Walter had Ciampa on the top turnbuckle, and he starts stomping on him on the fucking turnbuckle. Yes, right, Chase. WrestleMania 3 nights. Wow, that's right. The WrestleMania edition of SmackDown this Friday. I can't wait. I don't care about Crackdown. Hey, man. Gotta tell you, man. It is just, holy crap. Yes, both their chests were bleeding fucking red. It's like these two guys been through a fucking war. Either thing, I don't know, but for me, Walter reminds me of a throwback to Fedor Emelianenko. I don't know what it is. I get either Fedor vibes or Andre vibes from Walter. That's the vibe I get. There's a moment, obviously, yes, in the match too, where Ciampa, by the way, Ciampa had a haircut. He went back to his old 2018 Black Heart roots here, if you will. There's a moment in the match where Ciampa has Walter up on the top turnbuckle, and he does this thing where he has him up like this, and he drops him head first, and he got a crazy near fall. Here's the thing also, you knew going in, let's be honest here, Walter was not dropping the belt. Walter now has a 2-year run as the UK champion. The longest run since the 80s, apparently. So good on him. That being said, was all said and done, Walter did get the win. He is still the champion. I am not surprised at all. Not one fucking bit. That match was match of the night last night for the UK championship. Absolutely, Eric. Absolutely. But again, if there's any match on the card that you should watch on night one, is this right here. This was just everything. And again, the one thing that sucked that this was not the right WrestleMania week. Like, we know what WrestleMania weekend is like, right? You know, just the vibes around WrestleMania weekend. If there really wasn't a pandemic, right? If they were actually inside of a fucking arena, takeover weekend, WrestleMania weekend, that UK audience that would have traveled in from the UK to America. In this case, Tampa, right? And just the chants back and forth. That shit was just missing here, in my humble opinion. Yes, there were more people in the building. The chants felt genuine throughout the show. The Fight Forever felt genuine. This is awesome felt genuine. Granted, yes, if you watch on the main roster, they just pump in noise. You didn't feel that here. And again, this is why, in a way, it kind of excites me that, hey, I can't wait for Saturday and Sunday. At the same time, if you're WWE, a lot of questions will be answered this coming weekend. But that's besides the point, okay? This match killed it. I just wish it was in front of an actual takeover WrestleMania weekend crowd. That's just me. But everything about this, magnifique. Fucking magnifique. From there, we get a little vignette. By the way, too, I was watching this on Peacock. Okay, I was watching this whole thing on Peacock. And again, just fucking amazing. Amazing service. God damn it. Anyway, we got a little vignette, a little dog walking around the performance center from what it looks like. Gets into the ring, and you already know who it's from, right? It's Taya Valkyrie, but now she's no longer going by Taya Valkyrie from what it looks like. She'll now be going by the name of Frankie Monet. Now, I get it. It's not the name I would have chosen. However, I get why the name change. I think Taya has learned from EC3, from LA Knight here, right? Keep your name, even though, yes, she can do that and still own the rights to it. So if shit ever were to hit the fan, she can just go back to what she was doing and go back to being Taya Valkyrie. So there's that. She's apparently debuting this Tuesday. So there's that also. We get, after this, the triple threat tag team title match for the NXT Tag Team Championships. You had MSK, Nash Carter, and I don't want to butcher the names here, okay? Fucking Nash Carter and who the other guy? God damn it, yo. Wes Lee. There you go. Nash Carter and Wes Lee versus Legado de Fantasma, Raul Mendoza, Joaquin Wilde, and obviously the Grizzly Young Veteran of Zach Gibson and James Drake. Here's the thing about this match. I didn't think this match was bad. I don't think this match was bad at all. MSK Machine Skunk Kelly. Okay. I just thought like this match was good. I just feel like the people that were in the building were dead until like the end. And again, people were fucking tired from the Walter match with Ciampa. If you only put if this, I think honestly, should have opened the show. In my opinion, this should have opened your takeover night one. Not Pete Dunne and Kushida. That's just the only difference I would have done. Other than that, this match was okay for what it was worth. The back and forth. I literally thought going into this whole thing that, listen, the Grizzly Young Veterans did not win the Dusty Classic. They didn't win at TakeOver a couple of months ago or so against the Grizzly Young Veterans, right? And all that stuff. They've been losing. The Grizzly Young Veterans have been losing to MSK, right? All that stuff. I feel like now, hey, they would have won because the money would have been in MSK being the baby faces chasing the heels and the Grizzly Young Veterans. That's what I thought, honestly. But they didn't go that route. Again, it was a very good effort match. All three teams got their shit in here. There's a moment in this match near the end where I want to say Zach Gibson, and he has fucking who does he have? What's this dude's name? He has fucking um he has Wes Lee, who, by the way, what I don't know about you guys, but when I look at Nash Carter, am I the only one who gets Matt Bentley vibes from TNA? Matt Bentley, who was the cousin of Shawn Michaels. Am I the only one that gets Matt Bentley vibes again when I look at Nash Carter from MSK? It's not a joke, not a dig at anybody. Just being honest here, being brutally honest. So again, there's a moment of this match where Gibson has the Shakely Gates. That's the name of the move, right? Yeah, the Shankly Gates on Wesley. He had this shit really in deep. It looks like he's about to tap. And again, it's a moment, again, they even zoom in. Like, oh, is he going to tap? Is he going to tap? Nash Carter tried to make the save, but James Drake also locks in a submission hold. So we got this whole thing. It's basically the spot between the Revival, FTR, by the way, versus DIY from Takeover Toronto, where both guys were in a submission hold and they didn't want to tap out, but eventually they did. But here they didn't tap out. There's a moment where, Wesley was gonna tap out, and Nash Carter stopped him from doing it. But eventually Mendoza and Joaquin Wilde made the save. Here's another thing too. I'm happy that someone like Raul Mendoza finally got the opportunity to wrestle on a takeover. The guy's been there for a while. And I always looked at him like someone, hey, this is an enhancement talent. But I always felt like, hey, you could have brought him in and do this whole faction with Andrade. So it seemed, but it never really panned out, obviously. But there was that. Now, with that, listen, it was all said and done. You had the team of MSK hit the double cutter and pin, who do you know? The Grizzled Young Veterans. And with that being said, MSK are now the new they are the new NXT Tag Team Champions. Listen, they really love MSK. That's an obvious. Okay, right now. They really are putting so much they're throwing in so much for MSK right now. A team that just walked in basically a couple of months ago. They literally have been put the rocket ship in NXT. They've won the Dusty Classic in their first year, won the tag titles already. And again, good for them. And granted, I really wish I would have watched more of their matches when they were the Rascals on Impact. But at the end of the day, I'm happy that I'm seeing them now be on this level. A team like that, the sky's the limit. Now, I'm assuming once I want to believe once Danny Burch is okay, once again, we get the rematch. Or I'm sure we're going to get Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch versus MSK down the road because, again, they never lost the tag titles. Or maybe you could do another program with MSK and Grizzled Young Vets. People really don't want to see that, to be honest with you. I know I don't. You could probably, I guess, likely, who the fuck knows, right? But MSK and Legato, we'll see. We'll see what happens here. If you guys have questions, feel free to drop in your questions. I'll answer them in a little bit. And then after that, we get to the main event. We get the main event of the evening, Raquel Gonzalez versus Io Shirai for the NXT Women's Championship. Now, before this, they showed, I guess, their newest signing from Japan. I forgot her name was Sarah Lee. If I'm butchering the name, I apologize. Okay. But that's who they brought in, right? That's who they brought in. I guess that's like the newest signing, but she's from Japan, basically. She was sitting there with Stephanie McMahon, so there's that too. But the main event, Raquel Gonzalez versus Io Shirai for the women's championship. This match I thought was pretty good for what they were doing. You really knew going in. Listen, you knew going in that Raquel Gonzalez was going to walk out the new NXT Women's Champion. It was going to happen. Okay, from the jump, you knew that. But boy, Io Shirai, for someone who you knew was going to lose, she really went out there like a champion. Just her spot alone. So there's a moment in the match. And by the way, because this takeover, they really, again, polish up the production, the set, everything, right? So they had this huge walkway ramp connecting to the ring to the stage, right? And there's a moment, and it had like this whole steel like stage from where they come into, right? So, and they also got the skull, this 20-foot skull, so it seems, right? In the middle of the entrance area. And Io climbs this whole thing. She climbs it. She's like 20 feet in the air, so it seems, right? I may be exaggerating, but yeah. And she jumps right on top of Raquel Gonzalez. And they show you these multiple camera views, there's multiple camera spots of the spot itself. Crazy by Io Shirai. Again, she went out there, she fought her heart out. But when it was all said and done, you already knew what was going to happen. Coming out of War Games, right? Coming out of War Games, Raquel Gonzalez pinned Io Shirai. And again, they've done, I guess, a good job or not really a good job, depending who you talk to, really, when it comes to protecting Raquel Gonzalez. Remember, she won the Dusty Classic with Dakota Kai. And she went, and not only that, but they won the tag titles. They won the Dusty Classic. They were going to challenge for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. They lose by technicality or not really, depending who you talk to again, to Shayna and Nia to get awarded their own women's tag team titles at NXT, just to lose it to Shotzi and Ember Moon. But again, you knew going in that she was the rightful contender. It's just a matter of when the match was going to happen, right? And listen, Io Shirai had this lengthy run, almost a year as champion. You knew it was going to come to an end. And boy, did it. Did it fucking come to an end here. And again, my hat's off to Raquel Gonzalez here. Okay? Again, just a crazy back and forth match, but both women here. Gonzalez, basically, she regained the disadvantage. She regained basically the momentum outside of the ring and hurled Shirai onto the ringside floor. After leveling the title holder with a devastating lariat. Yeah, here's another thing too, bro. Raquel Gonzalez, for her size, hit this crazy fucking lariat on Io Shirai. Io fucking went inside out and then a power bomb for the 1, 2, 3. I think it was a power bomb. All right. I think my bad. She called it the Chingona bomb, but basically it's like a one-handed power bomb, but she calls it the Chingona bomb. God damn it. For the 1, 2, 3. And Raquel Gonzalez wins. She's celebrating. The smoke's in the air. They posted this video, I guess, on their YouTube channel. I guess also on Twitter, like behind the scenes, like a little .com extra footage, if you will. It's basically Raquel Gonzalez being applauded backstage, and her parents are there. That's huge. That's pretty cool to see. Right? You win something big for the first time in your career. And here's the thing, too, with Raquel Gonzalez. It's crazy to think in 2017, I think it was, she was in the Mae Young Classic. I think she made it to like the quarterfinals, I believe. Some shit like that. But someone of her size, and again, you knew something was there. It's just not the right time. And again, she went at it. And now here she is, years later. Now she is the women's champion in NXT. Again, when you look at Raquel Gonzalez, you just get, and for me, I get Crush vibes, but from Brian Adams, from like back in the mid '90s or so. So that's just me also. People will tell you Diesel, I get it, but to me, I just see Crush. For Io Shirai, they also showed a video of her. People are just saying thank you, Io. Which another thing too, it felt genuine. It felt real. That's another thing too that I missed that I'm happy to see here with, I guess, more people in the building. People just saying, chanting thank you, Io. She bowed multiple times. People are gonna assume, it's her way up to the main roster right now. She's making the move. She's gonna be there on Monday or maybe on Friday on SmackDown. We'll see. I don't think so. I think you'll be. I mean, here's the thing too. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm honestly not dying to see a rematch. I'm not here. I'm not dying to see Raquel Gonzalez versus Io Shirai because I already know what's gonna happen. So why go through that right now? You need to listen. If you're Raquel Gonzalez, if you're NXT right now, right, booking this right now, you need to book Raquel Gonzalez like a monster. That's the thing. You need to book her like the biggest force to be reckoned with. She just beat Io Shirai, who has not been pinned in a one-on-one match in God knows how long. Well, that's the way they were building it up, but she's been undefeated, this and that, and she was the one to do it. That's like badass mode right now. You need to fucking build her up like this. Again, it's forced to be reckoned with. She shouldn't lose a title until like a year. At least a year, in my opinion. But we'll see what's going to happen. That was night one. But again, people are assuming the main roster for Io Shirai. I don't know. That's the thing also. Like, you look at their women's division, the people that Raquel can face right now defending the NXT women's title, right? Is Io Shirai, I guess, right? I guess if you really want to build up Shotzi Blackheart down the road, right? Come SummerSlam weekend, I don't fucking know. But there's Zoe Starks, like I mentioned earlier. Zoe Stark, who I don't think should be doing it. I did say, a while ago that Zoe Stark is someone that they should build for the future, if you will. So there's that, but not right now. Not just not right now. Not again. She shouldn't beat Raquel now, but wait for it. It's gonna happen eventually, but just not now. You can do right now what? Just that. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, again, if you're someone like Io Shirai, you beat everybody except Raquel. But I'm not down to see a rematch. So maybe it's her time to go up to the main roster. Maybe you put her on Raw. That could really help polish up that women's division if Charlotte isn't coming back anytime soon. We'll wait and see. We'll wait and fucking see. But that was night one. I am excited for night two. I cannot fucking wait. Holy shit. Night two is going to be insane. Bronson Reed versus Gargano. Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly, which apparently they have been building up now as the main event. Because apparently, I don't know if you guys caught this last night on commentary, when they were announcing night two and hyping it up, they referred to Finn Balor and Karrion Kross as the co-main event. So I am to believe that they did a swipe. They did a swap, if you will, on the match card, which I get. I totally understand. Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole, it's a big feud. They did a 13-minute video hyping up this match. This is basically Ring of Honor on fucking steroids. That's what you're going to get tonight between those two. And they're going to kill it. No doubt about it. No fucking doubt about it. They're going to kill it. You also have Karrion Kross and Finn Balor for the championship. You have the double ladder match for the Cruiserweight Championship. Fucking Santos Escobar versus Jordan fucking Devlin. Shut up and take my money. You have the women's tag team title match, Shotzi and Ember versus Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. I think I mentioned everything. I think I did. Unless I'm missing something, which I doubt. I think I mentioned everything already. But yo, this is again, we're almost there. Dork Mania is almost here. Again, I am running a WrestleMania contest. All you have to do is go on my Twitter at HeelSteven, right? There's a pinned tweet in my profile, pinned tweet on my Twitter profile. I need you guys to like that tweet, retweet it, do both things, right? Also follow me on Twitter. That's 3 things. And then also in the reply section, tweet out hashtag Dorkmania. So you enter the contest. The winner gets a t-shirt on WWE Shop. I will announce the winner on night number 2 of WrestleMania. So during the review of night 2, we're going to announce the winner of all that fun stuff. But again, we are literally almost at the halfway point. It's Wednesday. Oh, my bad. It's Thursday. Holy shit, it's Thursday. The Dork Mania is almost upon us. And let's see what's going to happen. Okay? I'll be back tomorrow for my review of night 2. I'll also be recording my WrestleMania predictions because honestly, I'm not going to wait till Friday night SmackDown WrestleMania edition. Is just not going to be happening. But there you go. There's that. But we'll see what happens. Okay. I also have a surprise in the works too. Just keep that in mind as well. And then Saturday and Sunday, we're going live with the WrestleMania review. Hopefully by then we'll have everybody in. Myself, Chase, Mike, Dave Sack, Walter might be coming back for the occasion, all that stuff. All right. So again, guys, if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button down below. I'll be back tomorrow again for my review of night number 2 of Takeover and a lot of fun stuff. Again, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. Yes, this was simulcasted over on YouTube and also over on Twitch. In case you guys don't, I gotta keep mentioning that too. All right. So that being said, guys, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, Double ZTV, Eric Clark, Chase. We had Silver Surfer, the MWN Network, to name you guys a few. Again, you guys have been awesome. And all of you guys that have been tuning in on playback and a lot of fun stuff. And with that being said, guys, I am now going to head out. And this has been your NXT Takeover Stand and Deliver Night 1 review. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Night 2. Hopefully you're all enjoying your Dork Mania week. And hopefully you guys are excited for Dork Mania. Peace out, everyone.